Right, it's the Isupk Sabbath service class in the Israel, Maji. We're gonna face the east. Saw, turn. All right, we're gonna say the Lord's Prayer first in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemaya, Kodash, Hayah, Shabka, Yahweh, Malachaka, Taba'ah, Watadaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Mashamaya, Natana, Lakaam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kawakinawa, Kasalakanawa, Kaawa, Waskinawa, Wala'a, Tabayanawa, Tabayanawa, Banasawan, Abal, Hawashinawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wa'atapari, Wa'atapari, La'alawam, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Bless Israel. Is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakanawa, Waishala, Wahabayath, Saparia, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the water Almighty. In the English, is Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless us and Israel and the school of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. All right. I'm going to read the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Baba Bashar, Nathanawa, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Kal, Maka'ala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazari, Hakak, Lahakwiyah, Hamathia, Hakak, Al-Rakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarshan, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, the water Almighty. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to clean the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. All right. This is Psalms 83. Alahaya, Al-Damaya, Lakab, Al-Dakarash, Wa'al Tashakwat, Al Kayahanawa, Awayabika, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Amaka, Ya'ai Yaira Yamwa, Sabbath, Wayatha, Yatazawa, Altazawanyaka, Amawa, Lakawa, Wanakakia, Magarwa, Wala Yazakar, Sham Yashala, Awada, Kaya, Naawataza, Laba, Karwa, Audika, Baryath, the Karswa, Auya, Adawam, Wa, Yashimai, Alayam, Mawabla, Wahagari, Gabal, Wamawan, Wamalak, Palashath, Am Yashabia, Talawa, Gum Ashua, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawawai, Labanya Lawai, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamarian, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabian, Wanakaal, Payashwan, Nasham Mawadia, by one, Dara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Saitamwa, Nada Yamawa, Kara, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'at, Kal Nagasakangwa, Ashar, Amawa, Naya Rashad, Lanawa, As, Na'awath, Alahaya, Alahaya, Sayatamwa, Kagaya, Kakwash, Lapanya, Robakaab, Kaash, Tabaira Yaara, Wakalaaba, Talahat, Hawayam, Khan, the Radapama, Masayaka, Wabasa, Wabaka, Tabalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wa'a, Makwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Bahalawa, Ayai, Wayakar Parya, Wakawa, Salaki, Wa'a, Ka'aparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Gawa, Kaya Asa, Shamka, Yahawa, Labaka, Alawan, Al Kaharataza. All right? In the Hebrew, in English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they hate thee, they lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they consult together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ashbelites of Moab, and Hagarenes, Gabal, Ammon, Amalek, Philistines, and the inheritors of Tyre. Assur is also joined with them. They have hoped the children of Lot, Selah, do unto them as to the Midianites, as the Sar, as the Javan, and the brook of Kishon, which perished and endured. They became as dung for the earth. Make their numbers like a rail, like Zahel. Yea, all the princes of Zabal and Zamunah, who said, let us take ourselves the house of God in possession. Let us make them like the well as they stumble before the wind, as the burning wood, and as the flames step on the mountains of fire. So persecute them with the tempest and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill thy faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them put to shame and buried, that men may know that they whose name is Yahweh are the most high over all the earth. All right. When Israel saw his turn, all right. We see. All right. On the Sabbath service here, it's going to go start with Genesis 1 here. We're going to read in Hebrew, then read in English. All right. One second here. All right. We'll read Genesis chapter 1. All right. Bara'ashim, Bara'ah, Alahayim, Af, Hashemayim, Walath, Haratazah, Waha Alira, Waha Al-Ratazah, Hayamath, Tahawa, Wabahawa, Wakashak, Al-Panya, Tahawam, Rawawam, Ahayim, Marakapat, Salaki, Marakapat, Alpanya, Hamayam, Salaki, Hamayam, correct. Verse 3. Wayamar, Ahayim, Yahweh, Awal, Wayahawaya, Awal, Wayuraya, Wayura'ah, Alhayim, Ath, Hawa, Salaki, Kaya, Tawa, Waya Bara'ala, Al Yahayim, Salaki, Al-Ahayim, Salaki, Bayak, Hawa, Wabayak, Hakashak, Waya Kara. Waya Kara. Al Yahaya. La War. Yawam. Wala Kashak. Kawa Salaki. Laya Lata. Salaki. Laya Lat. Wayataya. Salaki. Wala Haya. Arab. Tazarab. Wayataya. Salaki. Wayahaya. Bakawar. Yawam. Akkad Pop. Verse 6. Waya Amawar. Salaki. Waya Amor. Ahaya. Yahweh. Wakawaya. Batawak. Hamayam. Salaki. Tamayam. Salaki. Hamayam. Salaki. Waya Haya. Salaki. Why Yahweh. Mabadila. Bayakak. Salaki. Bayana. Salaki. Wakawaya. Batawad. Hamayam. Wayahawa. Mabadium. Mabad. Mabad Yala. Bayan. Mayam. Latsayam. Latsayam. Verse 7. Wayash. Alahayim. Ath. Hawakwaya. Rayabad Yala. Bayan. Hamayam. Ashar. Matakas. Larak. Koya. Wabayam. Larak Koya. Why you Koya? Khan. All right. We'll start from verse 1 in the English. All right. This is Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. All right. And in verse 2, and the earth was without form. Now, a lot of times people read this right here, and they'll realize Salaki. A lot of times people will read this, and they say, when they understand and say the earth was without form, that means the earth, the base form of the earth was around. He had already created that. And it's saying in the beginning, he created the heaven and the earth. A lot of times you gotta understand that when you read this Bible, that it is given to Moses from God. So if you gotta understand, this is basically God talking through Moses, right? So everything with God and time, in terms of time frame, you're talking about thousands of years. Okay? A lot of times people think stuff happened in 7 days. It didn't happen like that. It was over time, and I'm gonna show you that. Okay? So you're here to say in the earth was without form. That means the elements of the earth were not put together to form mountains and plants and stuff like that. It was not a livable condition. That's what he's talking about, right? Basically, your periodic table was not made. He took those chemicals and elements, and that is how they work, all right? And the earth was without form, all right? Void and dark. I mean, no sun, no lightness, anything like that, all right? And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the earth, all right? Verse 3, and God said, let there be light. Now, a lot of times people think when they say, let there be light, that means he's talking about the sun. But what he's talking about, people don't realize is, in the Bible, science is in the Bible. Actually, science got a lot of stuff from the Bible, right? So when they said, let there be light, they're talking about a thing that's called the Big Bang Theory. That means it was an explosion that is documented in history. And anybody with common sense knows that when an explosion happens, light happens. All right? And it was so strong the way it was able to give the earth light. So you can use your science to go against the Bible, but actually the science is in the Bible. All right? That's what's going on there. All right. And it said, let there be light, explosion occurred, light formed, but it was not a sun yet. Because I'm gonna show you that, because it's gonna say he created the sun. All right. And it said, and God saw light, and it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. All right. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. All right. And then evening and the morning was the first day. This is the first day. Okay. We're gonna break down these days too here. All right. And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. That's how you came up with the oceans. All right. So this is God, and all this stuff is over time. All right. Matter of fact, let me show you a precept so you understand that. All right. It's in 1 Peter here. All right. Peter. Right, 2 Peter. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So everything he's talking about in Genesis is like 1,000 years. When it says that day, that means at least 1,000 years. Not exactly 1,000 years, but close to it. All right, a long time. To give you an understanding out your head that everything that happened in 7 days is not what the Bible is saying. All right. So let's go to this. We had verse. He saw the light, and God saw verse 6. And God said, "Let there be a firmament from in the waters." Verse 7. And God made a firmament and divided them. Okay, verse 6. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let divide the water from the waters." Verse 7. And God said, and God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. Basically dividing the land and the ocean, just putting everything all in what we see today. All right. So what you can't do is expect to say, this come back to Christianity, thinking that everything happens voila. It was over time. The same way it would take an ocean of time to grow. If a puddle was there, or time, it's the same situation. It has to be a valley, then it has to be water. All right. All right, verse 8. Wayakara, Alahaya, Laraquaya, Shamaya, Wayahawa, Al Yarab, Al Arab, Wayahawa, Bakwal, Yawam, Shania, verse 9. Verse 9. Waya Amar, Alahaya, Yakawawa, Hamayam, Matakas, Hashemayu, Al, Makawam, Akkad, Salaki, Watara'ath, Hayabasha, Hayabasha, Wayahaya, Wayahawa, Salaki, Khan, verse 10. Wayakara, Alahaya, Layabashath, Arataza, Wala Watukwala, Wamaya, Kawal, Yamayam, why you walk, Alahayim, Kaya, Tawa, verse 11. Why you more, Alahayim, Tadasha'ah, Harataza, Dasha'ah, Rasha'ah, Ashar, Mazarayah, Salaki, Zerah, Ayah, Parayah, Ashar, Parayah, Lama Yanawa, Ashar, Zera'awa, Bawa, Al, Harataza, Wayahawa, Khan. Verse 12. Waya Wataza ya Watazaya Harataza, the Shah, Washa, Mazariah, Zerah, Lama Yanahawa, Salaki, Wa'ab, Al-Shah, Parayah,